Hey YouTube.com, I'm Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net, and today I'm going to talk about spoilers from Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. So if you don't like spoilers, don't watch this video. So a lot has happened in the last couple of days where a TV spot hit for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and that TV spot confirms some older stuff that I have talked about, that Jedi Paxis has talked about, or we both talked about independently in our own ways and contributed to one another's stories. So I don't want to break it all apart, but there you go. That TV spot, the end, it shows a couple of things that I think are really interesting. Number one, up front, just the minor thing, is it confirms that Empire story, the Empire video that I made, where I talked about Empire Magazine's picture of Kylo Ren with the blue light in front of him. And I said that it was Rey blasting away on the Falcon after she escapes from his personal quarters on his Star Destroyer. And in that moment right there, you know, you see Kylo and he looks really concerned and not too happy because a lot of weird stuff has gone on. And here's what I said at Disneyland that day when I made that video on the fly because the image just randomly hit on a Sunday. Today, Empire Online released a new image of Kylo Ren clutching his helmet while he and his stormtroopers are being blasted back. My sources have told me about a moment in the film where Rey steals the Falcon off of Kylo Ren's Star Destroyer and she blasts off, and that's what happens. So in that moment, you're actually seeing the afterburners of the Millennium Falcon pushing the stormtroopers and Kylo Ren back as he holds onto his helmet. So right there, you can see that the new clip clearly shows that Rey is escaping on the Falcon, as I said, and as my sources reiterated to me. Actually, I think there's bigger news that was confirmed in those little clips that we saw in the NTV spot as well, and that's that Rey is actually in Kylo's quarters snooping around when they're in that force bond, and that's when she encounters the Vader helmet, and he's actually on Kijimi looking for her, or the good guys for that matter, and then they connect and then they start to fight, and that's why the Vader helmet is accidentally destroyed by Kylo, or with her. I'm not sure how it breaks down, but I originally heard it was by Kylo, but it looked like it was kind of both of them just fighting. But I heard that the helmet actually goes to Kijimi in the sequence when they hit it. They break it and it teleports there. Well, if you look at the sequence, you could clearly see that those scenes are put together very clearly. And so while it looks like Rey is on Kijimi, she's actually in Kylo's personal quarters on his Star Destroyer, and Kylo is on Kijimi looking for her. And then that is, of course, followed up with that clip of Rey jumping to the Falcon and escaping. And that's where they get the Millennium Falcon back, I believe. And that's also why Chewbacca didn't have his bandolier in that other shot that we saw him with Poe and Finn on that Death Star looking environment, which is really Kylo's Star Destroyer. So it's pretty trippy, right? But it gets even a little bit more interesting in that Empire released another image, and that image shows Poe, Finn, and Rey underground, it looks like, and I believe that's when they actually go and encounter the Sand Snake underground. And Rey discovers that she has the ability to revive creatures and heal their injuries, which is like what the Baby Yoda is doing in Star Wars: The Mandalorian that I talked about in a previous video very recently. So when you get all of that together, it does look like the majority of the stuff that I reported and that Jedi Paxis on Star Wars Reddit leaks has reported is pretty on. And I've heard people say we had stuff from the marketing. That doesn't make sense, because whatever comes out in marketing is what came out in marketing, but there's a hell of a lot of other stuff that we reported on that isn't in there. So you can't really discredit us based off of that. It's kind of a logical fallacy. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think, because my favorite part of this is seeing what you guys are thinking about this stuff and how everybody feels about it. And I look forward to talking to you about this stuff. And also make sure that you contribute to the Kessel Toy Run this year. It's where we deliver toys with costume characters to hospitalized children. It makes a huge difference in the holiday season. The kids are stuck in a hospital, and so are their siblings with them usually. And we get to bring them Star Wars, toys. Activity books is a really good thing to send, and coloring books, because a lot of the kids are stuck in bed. So if you can do that, it would make such a huge difference. And it would make a huge difference in a little Star Wars fan's life, so I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.